Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another update in my whole collection project pan. This project was created by BeckyLovesKanga. I will have her link down below, as well as a bunch of other ladies that I'm currently doing this project with. Thank you to Emily for inviting me to join the group that we all just cheer each other along in with. Everyone that I know who's doing this will be linked down below, and if for some reason you are new to this project, I will leave my introduction linked down below in case you're wondering a little bit more about this project, etc. But basically my entire makeup collection is itemized in a spreadsheet, and I randomly selected 10 products at the beginning of the year to work on. This is rolling style. We did do a mid-year refresh in sorry, my dog. We did do a mid-year refresh in June, and I have a couple of products that I'm really excited to be rolling out today. I think I reached goal on 2 new products, meaning that I have successfully hit my goal on 10 products within this project. There are definitely some that I am still diligently working on and have been since the beginning, but if you guys are interested in seeing my update and my progress on these products, stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you love project panning videos or just talking about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. I do post a minimum of 4 times a week, and other than that, let's just jump into the video. Alright you guys, I don't know if the construction is ever going to come to an end. It is now September. And I believe that this construction has been going on since at least April, if not mid-March. Sorry if you can hear my dog chewing his bone. They're finally, so they redid the entire road outside of our house. They redid the entire sidewalk, and now they're finally landscaping, but like there's still loud noises everywhere. You should just come to expect this on my channel, I think, going forward. Like I said in the introduction, I have 2 products that I have successfully hit my goal on. I will make you wait until the end to see which 2 products those are. The product that it is not is this foundation, which if you guys are not new to my specific project this year, you would know that this foundation has been in since the beginning. And I normally would not ever encourage hate panning. I don't encourage hate panning, but normally I myself wouldn't hate pan an item. By hate pan, I mean try and pan an item that I truly hate using. But I didn't decide that I like fully hated this foundation until I felt like I had committed so much of myself that I just needed to finish it. So when we started, this was almost new. This is the Water Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I have mine in the shade Fair Light. My markings are like slowly wearing away, but as of the last update, I was right about here. If I like squeezed all the product to the top, I've decided I absolutely hate the way that you apply this foundation as well. I just hate everything about this foundation. I also feel like I've squeezed this so many times trying to like figure out how much more of my life I'm going to give to this that like my sides might crack. But when I almost like can't, when I squeeze it as much as I can, like I can't even get, like the product won't overflow. So I'm getting close to the end of this, but I still feel like there's no end in sight. I have pretty much fully committed 5 days a week to wearing this foundation. Usually I'll mix it with another foundation, but I have decided, since we're wearing masks and almost half of my face is covered every single day at work, why not just work on the foundation that I hate? Because really people are only seeing like my eyes and my forehead. They're not even seeing this part of my face, which is where I hate how this foundation looks the most. I've also realized this foundation, this is turning into a Water Beauty Nude Illusion foundation review. I've also realized, aside from this making my face just look more textured, I don't feel like this plays very well with other products. Like there's a lot of foundations I've tried to mix this with, and it just doesn't look great mixed either. So I still feel like I would love to be hopeful and say this will be done by the next update, but I still feel like, because every time I dip in, I just really need like 1.5 dips in to frickin' fill my whole face. So I still feel like this is going to be another 2 months minimum before I finish it, unfortunately. Wish me luck. Alright guys, next up I have this Hourglass Ghost Quad, and actually at the beginning of the year I was working on this shade in this palette, and ironically enough, another shade throughout this, or within this palette, was randomly selected for me, and it is this shade right here, which I gave myself a goal of using 30 times. Last update I had used it 7 times. This past, between that update and this update, I've used it another 6 times, putting me at a total of 13 total uses, and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I should have gotten more use out of this in the summer. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. It's a really, really, really beautiful sort of satin sheen coral shade. It's just like it definitely gives that sunburnt effect to the cheeks, which is something that I personally love, and I feel like I missed my opportunity a little bit with this blush by not giving it more love this summer. I mean, I can still wear this. This is what it looks like really blended out. You can really sheer this out, and I can still get some use out of this, but I'm just disappointed in myself. Like, this is a shade that I really do enjoy. I love to have that sort of like sun-kissed burnt look on my cheeks, so I don't know why I didn't use this more, but I still have another 17 uses before I hit goal on this. And then speaking of Hourglass, I am also currently working on my Luminous lighting powder. I was gonna say a love-hate relationship with this product, but I've never really had like the love feeling towards it. I've just had like a feeling of it being okay, and then like a feeling of really not enjoying this product. I have worked on this in multiple project pans, and I gave myself a goal of using this 30 times as well. As of the last update, I had used it 7 times. I used it an additional 10 times, so we're at a total of 17, meaning I have 13 more times left that I have to use this. I actually have really been enjoying using this as a highlight on the cheeks, just to be a more subtle highlight. Let me swatch it for you guys. And I do actually have, so there it is swatched right there, and blended out, it gives a really, really nice, just subtle glow to the cheeks. I've been really opting for more of a subtle glow on the cheeks. I don't know how subtle it is today. It's really muddy. I'm really embarrassed by my bronzer situation today. I tried to contour and bronze, and I also laid down like a liquid bronzer, or not a liquid, a cream bronzer before I contoured. I was talking to my husband while I was getting ready, and as I was laying down the contour, it was over the cream bronzer, and I was like, what am I doing? Other than totally screwing my makeup up. But we're just rolling with it today. I didn't feel like taking my entire face off to redo my makeup. But I have definitely been opting for more of a subtle glow on the cheeks, and this has been really, really nice. I've also been using this if, I've been using it to clean up if my bronzer gets like disgustingly messy. And then I've also been using it like if my bronzer is a little bit too dark, or if I go a little bit too heavy-handed, which I always do. I've been using this as kind of like a finishing powder, but almost like a buffing powder to just like really diffuse the product and really kind of sheer it out. So I've been finding lots of ways to use this, and I've definitely been enjoying it more lately. But this is a product, when if I ever finish this, I don't think I would replace, but I never want to say never. Another product that's been in since the beginning is my Maybelline Baddest Beige lipstick. My dog ate my like sheet with my line markings as of last update, and I decided, or I just didn't, make a new sheet. To be honest with you guys, like the bane of my absolute existence this year specifically has been including like progress photos. I don't know what it is. Just like that extra little step of adding photos just like hurts me when I'm editing. It's like, oh, now I have to add my progress photos, which is stupid because like, what's the point of a project pan? To track your progress. So I'm thinking next year I want to get, or maybe at the end of this year, but for next year's projects, I want to get a scale and start doing that as well. This is how much I have left. When we started this project, I had pretty much a brand new lipstick. Not quite, but pretty much. I mean, there's still a lot of product left in this, but I am really wanting to finish this and to finish a full-size lipstick this year. This is a really beautiful neutral color, and this is something that I will replace when I finish this. It just gives this really glossy effect to the lips, and it also is more of like a cooler toned nude. So if I'm wanting to cool down a lip, or if I just want a neutral lip, I'll just go in with this, and it's super, super comfortable on the lips as well. I had a warmer MAC toned lipstick on earlier, which I don't know why I did a warm toned freaking lipstick with like my eyes today. I was not thinking. I should blame my husband for calling me while doing my makeup. So still a ways to go on this. I feel like this will take me like right up until the end if I'm able to finish it, but I really would like to. This is one that I'm not having fun with. This is the MAC Ignite palette. You guys know, if you've watched my channel or heard me speak about this, this is one of the most underwhelming products I have ever used, in my opinion. Like, this is not good. And the reason I keep it around is for the packaging. Eventually I will probably just try and like take the packaging apart so I can just use this as a beautiful pink marble Z palette. But the shade that I randomly selected was this shade right here. I don't know why, but I gave myself a goal of using this 20 times. I wish I had only said 10. Last update, I had used it 6 times. I used it 2 more times this update. Like I said, I really don't enjoy using this, and you can tell it's just such a dry powder too. Like, it literally feels like sandpaper. Like, I could exfoliate my finger while swatching it. So here it is right here. I don't know how well you'll even be able to see it swatched. This is another one that definitely was more of like a better option in the summer. I would use this as like a blush topper. It's just a really crappy product. I should just get rid of this or roll this out because I'm not enjoying it, but I also feel like I'm cheating. But I also, like, a part of me feels like I'm cheating if I do that. So we're gonna leave it in for right now. This one has been in for a few months. This is the YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow, and this actually has expired as of July, and that I think is because it has sunscreen in it. I haven't noticed a difference in the texture or the consistency or the scent of this, so I am going to continue to use it. I just obviously won't rely on it for SPF, which I've never relied on this for its SPF alone. It only has SPF 23. I used to really enjoy this, and I feel like the more I have used this, the more consistently I've used this, the more I've realized that I don't love this, and this is just too expensive for me to want to replace. It's not bad by any means, but it's just not a favorite, and this is either in the $40 or $50 price range. So it's just not worth it to me. It's funny with Project Pans, sometimes products that I thought like I really didn't like, when I start to consistently use them, I realize I really like them. And then other products that I thought I really enjoyed, the more consistently I use them, the more I'm like, I actually don't know if I love this. This just happens to be one of those products that the more consistently I've used it, the more I've been like, I don't really love this. So when we started, I had quite a bit left. I was up here. I went ham on this from, I think it must have been July to August, and I used that much. And then from August to September, I only used this much. This is one that I was trying to mix with my Wander Beauty foundation. I was like, oh, perfect, I'll just mix these two together. These do not mix well together, so I feel like I also have so many foundations currently that I'm trying to pan, and I just need to come to terms with the fact that I will not finish them all by the end of the year, and just need to choose the ones that I really want to commit to. And this one is so close. Like, I feel like if I just consistently use this throughout September, that I could potentially finish this. And I do want to try and do that because the shade for me is definitely more of like my self-tan shade, rather than when we get to like the really colder, paler months for me. So I am hopeful that I can finish this one off by the next update. This one I rolled in last update. This is my Dose of Colors Baked Browns. So I think it was as of the last update, I decided to include my palettes, but not each specific individual pan, just each of my palettes. And if I were to roll in a palette, an eyeshadow palette, I would give myself the goal of using it 20 times. It didn't matter which shades, just using the palette 20 times. So that is what I did with this, and I ended up using this a total of 15 times. I already had 2 pans in this palette when I pulled it in. Sorry, I didn't mean to blind you guys. I definitely am seeing a lot more progress in this shade right here, and the pan on this expanded quite a bit. I use this a lot as my lid setting shade this month. This is one that I would love to like hit pan in all 5 of these. This is such an easy and wearable palette. I love the Dose of Colors eyeshadow formula. I am really interested in the other 2 palettes that they released like a month or 2 ago, but trying to reel it in a little bit. So I've used this 15 times. I should have no problem using this another 5 times and rolling this out next update. Okay, then I had the ABH Moonchild Glow Kit, and the shade I'm working on is this one right here, which is in the shade Blue Moon, which is a really beautiful, like icy, almost lavender shade. Like, it almost is lavender as opposed to blue. It's really pretty, but obviously not a color that I'm really going to wear on my cheeks. Now, I have been having a lot more fun this year with colorful eyeshadow. Today is not necessarily an example of that, but I have been playing around a lot with especially purples and blues kind of recently. So I'm a little bit disappointed in my progress in this. My goal is to use this, I think, 30 times. I don't know why I didn't select 20. 30 times. Last update, I had used this 2 times, and I only used this an additional 3 more times, so I'm at 5 out of 25. Not doing so great with this one. I need to make more of an effort to use this. I just have been using this as an inner corner highlight when I've been doing like a purple or a blue look, and it's really, really pretty, and I feel like really does bring something to the look. Like, I feel like I have noticed an inner corner highlight, like a bomb inner corner highlight, can really, really change or like really make the eyes pop. So I just need to reach for this a little bit more. All right, guys, that brings me to the 2 products that I have hit my goal on. The first one is this little mini from Fenty Beauty. This is the mini lip, what am I thinking? This is the mini gloss bomb in hot chocolate. I finally decided to just fully commit to this. This is something that has been in this project since the beginning, and I took the stopper out. It does look like there's obviously still a little bit of product at the bottom, but I've even stored this like this to try and have the product like fall, and even having it stored like on it's like upside down for days, I have not been able to get that product to fall, and I really cannot get the product out anymore. So I am ready to call it good on this. Another lip product completed this year. I've been trying to finish up some of my mini lip glosses because I have so much lip gloss. So I was really excited to finish this off. This is something that I do foresee myself purchasing this shade in a full size. What I love about this shade specifically is it is a little bit deeper, but the Gloss Bomb, if you have used it before, will know, like, it is a little bit more of a sheer formula, but with the dark shade of this, it can change a lip color just ever so slightly. So if you have like a really pale lip color that you're hoping would be a little bit darker, I just popped this on and I've loved it. So I think this is going to be a really beautiful one for fall and winter, and I do see myself picking this up in the full size. So that's like not a bummer, but it's like one of those products that you finish that you know you are going to replace. So it's not like it really necessarily helps with the inventory, like makeup inventory area of my makeup collection. I don't know what I'm trying to say today, but I did enjoy using this. Highly recommend the Gloss Bomb formula, like hands down, like in my top 3 formulas, if not my top, and I thought that this was a beautiful shade. And then the other product that I hit goal on was from my Tarte Clay Play 1 palette, and I was able, I hope you'll be able to see, I hit pan on the shade. It's so blinding. Smoke right here. I've just been using this in my eyebrows. I think I used it in my brows today. I just use a brow powder in my brows, which I know is like not the most YouTube professional, but I cannot be bothered to actually do like a pomade or a pencil. So I have been going in with Smoke, and then I'll go in with my Milk tinted brow gel, and that's how I've been doing my brows. So this took a long time for me to hit pan on. As you guys know, Tarte shadows are really firmly pressed and they have really deep pans, so I'm really excited to finally have hit pan on this. I was also using this shade Sand quite a bit as a lid setting shade, and I can see a dip going in that one, but definitely ready to put this away for a little bit, or still keep it around for the eyebrows but not be actively trying to work on it. So that means the exciting part, we get to roll in 2 new products to work on. So let me go grab my phone that is currently charging. All right, you guys, for my updated spreadsheet, I still feel like now I have a lot more products that I needed to update it with, but that's fine. We're just gonna roll with what it is. I have 557 things that I could select. I think if I select a foundation, I am going to select or re-roll, just because, like I said, I'm currently working on so many different foundations and I'm not gonna finish them. So we are gonna randomly generate 2 numbers between 1 and 557, and we get number 20, which might be a foundation. Like, how does that happen? And 373. So going back into my spreadsheet, number 20 is actually, yeah, it's a foundation. It's my Kosas Tinted Face Oil. So I am gonna re-roll for that. But let's see what number 337 is really quick. 337 comes from my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. That might, okay, hold on you guys. This might not actually work for me. I'm gonna check on that. Okay, so the shade I randomly selected was Levitation, which is, okay. Oh, no, it is the lighting. Oh, okay, so that actually might work for me. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, Levitation is this one, I think. I never know, like, if it's, I never know. We're gonna say that this is Levitation because this will work a lot better for me than this. So this is what this looks like. This is so old, so I definitely do need to get some use out of this. So that will be my goal. So my goal on that will be to hit pan. I will try and take pictures, you guys, and include progress photos. But let's re-roll one more time. We get number 282. Which might be a lip product. Not feeling it if it is, but whatever. 282 is Bare Minerals Groovy. Ooh, that's a lip gloss. I feel like I could work on that. That is a very nude shade. Let me go grab it. Okay, so this is Bare Minerals Groovy, which, funny that I'm replacing basically a lip gloss with a lip gloss and then a face palette with a face palette, although the face palette shades are different. So I will swatch this on my hand and then I'll just add some to my lips because why the heck not? This is a very pale shade. I used to love this lip gloss. This is getting older in my collection, so this will be really good to work on. Let me show you guys how pale this is. Like, this is towing the line of potentially even paler than French Press from Bite Beauty. I thought I saw a spider in my room, but I didn't. Like, that's very pale. So maybe I'll have to make sure when I wear this I am wearing a deeper either lip liner or lipstick, whatever, underneath. I feel like I look ridiculous right now. But anyway, you guys, that is going to wrap it up for this update in the whole collection project pan. I can't wait to watch everyone else's updates. If you're working on this project and I don't have you listed in my description box as like a link to your channel or your videos, leave me a link to your channel, to your video, so that I can add you to my description box and I can go check out your update. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting, I'm so tongue-tied today, and for supporting my channel as you always do. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.